Avengers. Endgame, 2019, the epic conclusion to the Infinity Saga. Introduction. Released in April 2019, Avengers. Endgame is the highly anticipated 22nd film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and serves as the epic conclusion to the Infinity Saga, which spans over a decade of interconnected films. Directed by the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe Russo, the film follows the aftermath of Thanos' snap, which wiped out half of all life in the universe at the end of Avengers: Infinity War, 2018. With a runtime of over 3 hours, Endgame brings together an ensemble cast of beloved MCU heroes as they attempt to reverse the catastrophic effects of the snap and defeat Thanos once and for all. The film was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $2.798 billion worldwide, making it the highest-grossing film of all time until it was surpassed in 2021 by Avatar. Avengers: Endgame is widely praised for its ambitious storytelling, emotional depth, visual effects, and its ability to balance numerous characters and plot lines. It also offers fans a satisfying conclusion to the arcs of several key characters, including Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widow. Plot overview. The film opens with a somber tone, showing the aftermath of Thanos' snap, which has come to be known as the blip. Earth and the universe are in disarray, with many heroes grappling with loss and despair. The Avengers' first plan. After learning of Thanos' location from Nebula, Karen Gillan, the remaining Avengers, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., Steve Rogers, Captain America, Chris Evans, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, Bruce Banner, Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, and Rocket Raccoon, Bradley Cooper, along with Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, confront Thanos on a distant planet. However, they quickly discover that Thanos has destroyed the Infinity Stones, making it impossible to undo the snap. In a fit of rage, Thor kills Thanos, but the damage is already done. 5 years later, the film jumps forward 5 years, showing the Avengers and the world struggling to move on from the devastating loss. Tony Stark has retired to a quiet life with his wife, Pepper Potts, Gwyneth Paltrow, and their young daughter, Morgan Stark. Steve Rogers leads support groups, while Natasha Romanoff coordinates the Avengers' remaining operations around the world. Their hope is rekindled when Scott Lang, Ant-Man, Paul Rudd, escapes the quantum realm. He proposes a bold plan to use time travel to retrieve the Infinity Stones from the past and undo Thanos' snap. Time heist. The Avengers reunite and, with the help of Bruce Banner, who has now fully merged his Hulk persona with his Bruce Banner intellect, they develop a plan to travel back in time. Dividing into teams, the heroes return to key moments from previous MCU films to collect the Infinity Stones. New York, 2012, from the Avengers, Tony, Steve, Bruce, and Scott attempt to retrieve the Space Stone, Tesseract, the Mind Stone, and the Time Stone during the events of the first Avengers film. However, they encounter complications, including Loki, Tom Hiddleston, escaping with the Tesseract. Asgard, 2013, from Thor, The Dark World, Thor and Rocket travel to Asgard to retrieve the Reality Stone, where Thor has an emotional reunion with his mother, Frigga, Rene Russo. Morag and Vormir, 2014, from Guardians of the Galaxy. Nebula and War Machine, Don Cheadle, retrieve the Power Stone from Morag. Meanwhile, Clint Barton, Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, and Natasha Romanoff travel to Vormir to obtain the Soul Stone. But they are faced with the heartbreaking task of sacrificing one of their own. In an emotional scene, Natasha sacrifices herself, allowing Clint to claim the Soul Stone. Thanos return. Unbeknownst to the Avengers, the time-traveling Nebula is linked to her past self, allowing 2014 Thanos to discover the Avengers' plan. Using the past version of Nebula to infiltrate the Avengers, Thanos is able to travel to the future and launch a full-scale attack on the Avengers compound. The final battle. With the Infinity Stones successfully retrieved, Bruce uses Tony's Infinity Gauntlet to reverse the snap, bringing back all those who were lost. However, before the Avengers can celebrate their victory, Thanos arrives with his army. What follows is an epic and climactic battle between the Avengers, their allies, and Thanos' forces. Avengers assemble, the restored heroes, including Spider-Man, Tom Holland, Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, and many more, return through portals, leading to an epic showdown. The battle is filled with iconic moments, including Captain America wielding Mjolnir, proving himself worthy of Thor's hammer. The sacrifice of Tony Stark. In the final moments of the battle, Tony Stark makes the ultimate sacrifice. Using the Infinity Stones, he snaps his fingers, disintegrating Thanos and his army. However, the immense power of the stones is too much for Tony, and he dies, surrounded by his friends and loved ones. Aftermath and farewells. The film ends on a bittersweet note, with Tony Stark's funeral attended by all the major MCU characters. His legacy is honored, and his journey as Iron Man comes to a poignant close. Steve Rogers is tasked with returning the Infinity Stones to their respective timelines. After fulfilling this mission, he chooses to stay in the past, living out a life with Peggy Carter, Hayley Atwell. In the present, an elderly Steve passes on the mantle of Captain America to Sam Wilson, Falcon, Anthony Mackie. Key characters and performances. Tony Stark, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. As the heart and soul of the MCU, Tony Stark's journey culminates in Endgame. His character arc comes full circle. From a self-centered playboy to a selfless hero who sacrifices everything to save the universe. Downey's performance is heartfelt, adding layers of vulnerability and maturity to Iron Man. Steve Rogers, Captain America. Chris Evans, Captain America remains the moral center of the Avengers, and Endgame gives him one of the most satisfying character conclusions. Evans portrays Steve's determination and leadership with gravitas, and his decision to live a quiet life in the past brings his story to a touching end. Thor. Chris Hemsworth. In Endgame, Thor is depicted as a broken hero dealing with the trauma of his failure to stop Thanos. His emotional journey provides some of the film's comedic moments, but it also highlights his path to self-redemption. Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. Natasha's sacrifice is one of the film's most emotional moments. Her decision to give her life for the Soul Stone is a testament to her growth as a character, from a cold assassin to a hero who puts her family first. Thanos. Josh Brolin, as the central antagonist. Thanos remains a formidable force. His ruthless determination to wipe out life in the universe is challenged by the Avengers' relentless hope and determination. Themes and character arcs. Sacrifice and legacy. Central to Endgame is the theme of sacrifice. Tony Stark's selfless act of using the Infinity Stones to stop Thanos cements his legacy as the ultimate hero. Similarly, Natasha Romanoff's sacrifice for the Soul Stone underscores her commitment to her family of Avengers. Redemption and loss. Thor's journey reflects themes of failure and redemption, as he struggles with the guilt of not preventing the snap. The film also explores loss, not only through the devastation of the snap but also in the personal sacrifices made by key characters. Time and second chances. The concept of time travel allows the Avengers to revisit key moments in their past, offering them a chance for closure and redemption. Steve Rogers' decision to stay in the past and live a peaceful life with Peggy Carter provides a powerful commentary on second chances and the passage of time. Action and visual effects. Endgame is packed with breathtaking action sequences, most notably the final battle against Thanos. The sheer scale of the battle, with hundreds of characters involved, is a visual spectacle that serves as a culmination of years of storytelling. The final battle. The climactic fight between the Avengers and Thanos' army is one of the most impressive set pieces in the MCU. It's filled with iconic moments, including Captain America wielding Mjolnir and the emotional reunion of the returned heroes. Time travel. The film's use of time travel to revisit key moments from previous films is a clever narrative device. It allows for fan service moments, but it also adds depth to the characters' emotional journeys. Humor and heart. Despite the film's heavy emotional stakes, Endgame balances humor with its darker moments. Thor's interactions with Rocket and the banter between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers provide levity, while characters like Ant-Man inject humor into even the most serious moments. Reception and impact. Avengers: Endgame was met with widespread critical acclaim, praised for its ambitious storytelling, emotional depth, and ability to bring closure to a decade of interconnected films. It became a cultural event, drawing fans worldwide to theaters for what felt like the end of an era. Box office. The film shattered box office records, becoming the highest-grossing film of all time with a worldwide gross of $2.798 billion. Legacy. Endgame is regarded as a monumental achievement in cinematic history, not only for its success but for its ability to satisfyingly conclude the arcs of beloved characters. The film leaves a lasting legacy on the MCU and the superhero genre as a whole. Conclusion. Avengers: Endgame is more than just a superhero film. It's a grand, emotional farewell to the original lineup of Avengers and a testament to the power of cinematic storytelling. Its combination of action, heart, and humor makes it one of the most impactful films in the MCU, delivering a conclusion that resonates with fans while setting the stage for the next generation of heroes. From the sacrifices of Iron Man and Black Widow to the redemption of Thor and the peaceful retirement of Captain America, Endgame offers closure to the Infinity Saga while celebrating the legacy of the Avengers.